challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Iowa State Cyclones. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
Let's start.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, that D tackle has an explosive first step. He shot right out of his stance. He was in the backfield and he was able to make the tackle for loss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bush. Turning it on. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. On the run, it's Bush. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. Push down for the tackle. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and
That
they
shit was
were
like the last
first
man
quarter.
of
You're
mine.
going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Oh, good
That was
play.
an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Stewart. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Looking for space. It's Bush.
Got the college football guys on your side
Didn't have a
again.
whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
Make me drop
Picked up
wide
2
open
yards
like
on that
passes.
last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. So 1st down here as they go back to work.
Yeah, I'm still drifting. Go way back like that.
To the air, it's Montana. Quickly to the tight end. Shakes off the defender. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down. The Cyclones are flying down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
How about the linebacker right there? They make calls and they play in coverage, but if you're a linebacker, you better be physical, and that dude came downhill. Somebody might want to block him up front, Palmer. Downhill and laid the lumber.
Yeah, they definitely weren't able to chip up and get him on that one, but I'll tell you, a hit like that, that makes you think twice about wanting to run the football between the tackles for the rest of this game, because that dude has got some bad intentions.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He stopped immediately.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. On the run, it's Hawkins. There he goes. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like,
grabs it up to 25 in stride. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
And that makes you feel so good as an offense, where you can score late in the first half in a 2-minute type situation. The extra point's going to give you the lead. Makes you feel so much better heading into halftime.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Montana. Unloads to the wideout.
Give me that. No.
And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
We just have not seen this offense
Switch me
look
to
very
another
sharp so far in
motherfucker.
this
That's
game.
crazy.
Running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Snagged in the middle. It's Bush. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, he's looked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And the Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are up.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. He's running free down the middle. The 20. Touchdown, Canes. The defense putting points. The board.
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And he added the extra point. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to pass, it's Montana. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this 2nd half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the 2nd half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out of it.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
On the ground, it's Hawkins. Picks up the 1st down. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They're going to ride this running back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Miami. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive.
To the left.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
Gonna get it from the mud. I don't know, fleek shit.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Scanning the field, it's Montana. Right down the middle.
Oh,
he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, the ball's on the
Give me
ground.
that.
Defense covering it up and not.
I don't know what that was. Come on, man. You did that. You pitched it back. Appreciate you. GG. That's how I should have went. Motherfucker.